to be here.
Right, before we get started, just a quick note. The content shared today is proprietary to Syntexa and intended for informational purposes only. Some recommendations and views discussed might change based on the conversation. With that, let's shift today into the further section. So for those of you joining us for the first time, a very quick word on who we are. Syntexa is a registered ServiceNow consulting and implementation partner. We work across ITSM, ITOM, SecOps across the whole wider ServiceNow ecosystem. We serve many industries, healthcare, financial services, BFSI, education, among some of them. We also bring multi-technology expertise onto the platform across Salesforce, AWS, GCP, and Intex, which becomes relevant when we talk about Action Fabric and cross-platform governance later in the session. Most importantly, we've seen what works on the ServiceNow platform and what doesn't, right? And that perspective is what we're bringing into today's conversation. Vijay, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself again?
Yeah, I think you have introduced me well. My name is Sushijit Srivastav. You can call me VJ. I've been working into the industry for more than a decade now, working on ServiceNow and various other platforms as well. So I think that's pretty much about me. I think let's dive right into what the audience is looking for. Like, what was Knowledge 2026? What was announced, and what's new for them?
Right. So yeah, we'll quickly hammer through what the agenda of the today's session is, and then we can get started. So obviously, as we mentioned, we'll first discuss what exactly happened at the Knowledge 26, the key announcement that were made along the keynotes, the four major product announcements that they had done, and then obviously what it says beyond the keynote headlines, and then what it means if you're in particular industries like financial services, manufacturing, SecOps, and something will leave you with tangible next steps of what enterprises should actually do if they're in the ServiceNow ecosystem. And then obviously we'll pick up the flow with Q&A. Yeah, Vijay, so I think we can start off. What do you think exactly mattered at the Knowledge 26 event this year?
See, in Knowledge 2026, it was clear. We have been feeling it, like enterprises have been feeling it who are working with AI, but they made it clear. Now, almost every company have deployed or using AI in their, workflow, in their processes. But what matters is like, is it doing the things which is it allowed to do? Are they getting logged? Things like that. That is something people are most afraid of, enterprises are more afraid of, which is like, what is it, what if it do something that it wasn't allowed to do, or it does something that it should not be supposed the way it did it. So that was one of the key things that we saw. And as Amit Zaveri also said, from ServiceNow, who holds many titles over there, which was, like 19% businesses only are seeing results from AI itself only. And on top of that, when you hear that the AI maturity is going down on a year on year basis, 20% drop, that kind of shows, like it's not moving in the right direction. And we need something that can help us govern it and maintain it and make sure we are getting the ROI from it itself only. And as, क्या नाम है सीईओ का इनके?
Jensen.
नहीं नहीं, जेनसन वांग तो एनवीडिया का है.
इसका CEO क्या नाम
सर्विस नाउ का सीईओ का क्या नाम है भाई? बिल नहीं, बिल नहीं है यार. कुछ तो बोला था इसके नाम यार, अच्छा नहीं
Bill
लगता.
McDermott.
हाँ, बिल मैकडॉनल्ड. ऐसे बोल दूंगा. As ServiceNow CEO says, most enterprises are living in AI chaos right now, and which is true. We will understand it well in the next slides itself only.
Right. Vijay, 3 days of keynotes, a full creator con, and a data analytics session. Right, that's a lot of information for anybody to process. If you had to connect all of it into one narrative, what was the ServiceNow actually trying to, say?
So let's try to break it down from day by day perspective itself only, like what happened on day one. So first, ServiceNow announced that they are getting an experience layer. What that means is they have launched Auto. It's a front door for all the conversation and every conversation that happen within ServiceNow. So the users doesn't have to go to, a specific use case, or, they have to go over this particular agent or that particular agent. This simply opens up the experience layer. They simply ask a question. My laptop is not working. Uh, the laptop screen is flickering, and that's it. The auto will identify which agent to call and then make sure end to end whether it executes from the initial start to the end itself only. So that's what Auto is doing. So it is allowing us to do all of that, and it is powered with Now Assist. It's not a replacement of what Now Assist is. It's with Now Assist, MoveWorks, and the enterprise search that ServiceNow have. So as the name suggests, experience layer, that is what's there. Then we saw Action Fabric. So a lot of ServiceNow workflows are built and you might want to use it outside of ServiceNow as well. Now you can do that with Action Fabric that allows you to expose those workflows via an MCP. Then we got AI Control Tower expansion, which gave us more integrations, cross-platform management of AI. You are not limited into only ServiceNow. You can connect your other platform AIs as well, and you are able to manage that. And there were some additional enhancements as well to AI Control Tower. We will do a little bit more deep dive into that later. And then we saw improved autonomous workforce, which is dedicated specialist agents built for your specific use cases that ServiceNow is shipping out of the box that you can directly use. So you don't have to build them yourself. They have it, you simply start using it. And then the announcement of Project Arc. It's one of the great announcement that was there with collaboration of NVIDIA. So Bill and
Jensen.
Jensen Huang. So Bill and Jensen Huang were, kind of announcing, and we will be doing a deep dive on that as well later in the session. Then we got day two, which was, from patchwork to agentic business. So we saw how ServiceNow did something that everybody else was feeling, which was the four architecture pillars that they have announced, which is sense, decide, act, and secure. So what that do is basically, AI in itself is identifying what's gone wrong and how it has gone wrong, and then deciding what can be done, what can we do, and then acting on it. And while doing all of that, the secure part is ensuring AI is doing only the things it is allowed to do. Whatever the things it is doing, it is getting logged. And then not only that, it is being, governed with the AI control tower itself only. So that is something that they have come up with, which is a great way to, automate and have agents do the work in an effective manner for you. That is what they did. Then we got RaptorDB Pro. So they announced how the RaptorDB Pro is enhanced more. So all of these agents will be communicating with database. They will be reading and relying on the data itself only. So we need a more powerful database that can handle those query at such a great throughput with such a great efficiency. Now RaptorDB Pro would allow you to do that. And then we've got AI agent marketplace as well. So basically a marketplace where you can come in and download those agents which are pre-built. You can simply get those agents which are pre-built instead of building each and everything on your own. So you can do that. Then we saw data catalog plus autonomous data governance, which is an extension to workflow data fabric. Now you are not only able to connect your data sources while you are connecting to it, you are able to link those data like this is customer data, this is order data, this is finance data. You don't have to do it yourself. The AI is doing it on its own, and then you can obviously modify or customize it, but it is already cataloging it,
Doing the groundwork for you.
doing the groundwork for you. So you can simply go into the agent builder and you simply create agent and you link, use the customer data. It is taking the customer data, which might be coming up from 3 different platforms or even 10 different platforms. So that is there. भाई पूरा कवर कर लेंगे, अभी टाइम कम बचा है, अपन एक बार है ना देख लेते हैं और क्या इससे कुछ स्पेशल जोड़ना है इसमें.
ठीक है.
नाम याद रखना है, बिल मैकडॉर्मंड,
जेंसन हुआंग और वो जमित जावेदी. क्या बोल रही थी? हाँ. वो नाम आगे पीछे हो गया था. ठीक है. एक बार अपन हेडलाइंस कवर करके फिर आगे बढ़े. कैसे
हाँ
करते
हाँ
हैं?
हाँ हाँ.
मतलब ऐसे जो मेन टॉकिंग पॉइंट्स हैं एजेंडास के, इसके बाद 4 मेजर प्रोडक्ट अनाउंसमेंट्स जो थे. हाँ. डेटा एक एक्शन, हाँ, प्रोजेक्ट आर्क और अपग्रेडेड एआई कंट्रोल टावर. ठीक है. फिर ये हो गया आपका. हाँ. आरएमएस वाला.
CRM में like they are expanding into it and doing a lot of more things, providing a one-stop platform. आप ही बोलोगे वैसे ठीक है. बाकी $8 billion is what governance
Armis
cost.
वाला
Armis and Vesa, हाँ ठीक है.
फिर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम बोला उसको. ठीक है.
ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम बोला उसने, हाँ सही है.
फिर
ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में मैंने कहा था ना, मतलब मेरे अकॉर्डिंग अभी वहाँ नहीं पहुंचे, मतलब बोलने को बोल दो तुम,
हाँ
बट ठीक है अभी. Knowledge around 76 was really about beyond the keynote headlines. हाँ तो मैं सारे पॉइंट नहीं बोलूँगा, मैं बोल दूंगा कि the audience
High
can see
level.
it on the screen, but the main point is AI is here and governance is a big thing about it. If you're not doing it, you're lagging behind.
फिर वही है कि जो भी इंडस्ट्री में काम
हाँ.
कर रहे हैं SecOps
जिसमें लिखा हुआ है मैं तो उसी में से
हाँ.
देख देख के थोड़ा सा कवर कर लेंगे, ज़्यादा समय नहीं
फाइनेंशियल
खराब.
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और रिटेल में. ठीक है. फिर वो 90 डे एक्शन प्लान हो गया
हाँ
कि क्या टैंजिबल स्टेप्स ले सकते हैं लोग. फिर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पार्टनर वाला आ गया. ये वाला पॉइंट आप हैंडल कर लो, ये वाला आप
कौन सा?
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पार्टनर वाला.
हाँ हाँ मैं कर दूंगा, मैं कर दूंगा. आप बस पूछ लेना कि लाइक
हाँ कुछ बीच
How
में
should-
होगा मैं आपको प्रॉम्प्ट दे दूंगा.
हाँ
उस
मतलब इसमें आप जब इन स्लाइड्स का वो करो, एंटर करो, तब बोल देना. Now we have been hearing a lot of this about ServiceNow and implementation and all of that. Like how do we choose somebody who's right? Syntaxa का पोजीशन मत करना, आप सिंपल यही बोलना, फिर मैं बता दूंगा क्या क्या करना है.
ठीक है. बस फिर तो फाइनल क्वेश्चंस हैं.
हाँ क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हैं अपन, क्वेश्चन जरूर ट्राई करके देख लेते हैं.
Vijay, I've got some spare questions for you and I
एक सेकंड, एक चीज और बोलते हैं. भाई लाइटें ऑन कर दो, हमें ना अपने इसको भी देख लेंगे हम सही कैसे दिख रहे हैं एक बारी.